Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, good evening, good evening, good evening. It is my pleasure to bring greetings this evening, and it is indeed a pleasure to be in what many call Kingston 21. And as I heard just recently, in the parish of Miami. Yeah, absolutely. You know, all of you are here today. You have brought our food, our mannerisms, our language, our music, our theater, our sport, and our swag to South Florida. In particular, we all know that Miami is an important part of the Jamaican story, especially when it comes to contemporary immigration. Jamaicans have certainly stamped our Jamaicanness on our closest global neighbor to the north, our trading partner, the United States of America. Jamaican ways of being have become almost a part of being American in many, many ways and in many cities. From a former slave colony, an independent nation of 60 years, we now have a Jamaican in the second highest seat of government in the White House. We have a Jamaican who recently received the Presidential Medal of Freedom for being a standard bearer of courage and bravery for both our countries. And yes, right here in Miramar, we have a Jamaican as your own mayor and 5 commissioners who are Jamaican. When the histories are written, all of you can trace your stories to a small town or community in Jamaica, just like all of you can, just as I can. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that intangible thing that we call our Jamaicanness that has propelled them there and you here. That grit, that resilience, and thoughts of a little piece of soft white yam, some ackee and saltfish with potato pudding on the side. That is what keeps you going in this diaspora life. It is a life that we know is not always easy, and we salute you, therefore, for embracing the best of your Jamaicanness and never letting it go, even as you move ahead and contribute to your home of choice. It is that Jamaicanness that people call our brand. And you know we have been talking for years about Brand Jamaica, for decades it seems. But it may be a good time now as we celebrate Jamaica 60 to stop for a minute and think about what is Brand Jamaica. We usually use it to describe our attributes as part of our ways to promote our country to visitors and investors. We speak of the sun and beaches, the friendly, hard-working people, our music, our sport, our resilience. Our brand story, which is the picture that we paint about who we want to be and how we communicate Jamaica, is critical in attracting foreign direct investment, tourists, and so on to Jamaica. And that is why we say that Jamaica is the best place to live and to do business. I don't know how many of you are aware, there's a Jamaican professor, a member of the diaspora herself, Dr. Hume Johnson. She lives and works in Rhode Island, but she is as Jamaican as mackerel rundown. Dr. Johnson has written quite a bit about this notion of Brand Jamaica. And she keeps reminding us that this thing of which we speak, in terms of this nation brand, includes the good, the bad, and the indifferent things about our country. The things that please us and the things that sadden us. Anniversaries like Jamaica 60 is a time for celebration. And as we look to celebrate Jamaica 60, it's understandable that we focus on the good things that we have to offer, or the best that we have. But celebrations are also a good time to reflect and think about where we are. And as Chronic says of Jamaica, hey, she have a rich history, a beautiful woman with the sweetest gifts, beautiful sunrise and an evening kiss, of a nice sunset in the evening seas, yes. But she tell me, say, she tired. And we all know that what we eat and how we eat has traditionally been born of necessity. And especially for now, we have never seen it more than this. So yes, Jamaica 60 brings us to a juncture where we need to look for solutions. Solutions to issues that plague our society. Solutions to help change our emerging brand story. So that instead of talking about beating the odds and being resilient, we can talk about our creativity and our success, not just for some, but for all of us. And we need to ensure that we focus a little less on the little and a little bit more on the talawa. Our ability to solve our problems, to embrace each other, our ability to make the most of the very Jamaicanness that will cause us to increase in beauty, fellowship, and the kind of prosperity that is even equitable and works for all, so that Jamaica may, under God, truly play her part as a sovereign and independent nation in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. That is the brand we are working towards, brothers and sisters. And I know for certain that you too are working towards that brand. As you work, as you contribute to not just one nation, but to two. And as I end, I want to leave you with the words of Sakina Dare in her 2020 festival song entry. Out of many, we are one big family. No matter where you come from, true royalty, be kings and queens that we are. Every Jamaican is a superstar. More pot cover have a beat for that. Now stop till we reach the goal. Heart and soul, Jamaica, take over the world. Wherever we are, we take over the world because we are kings and queens. Happy 60th, everybody.